Okay, we're back for part two. Instagram has decided to cap it at 1 hour again. I thought I could go longer than 1 hour, but Instagram is taking it 1 hour at a time, unfortunately. But we'll continue the conversation from where we stopped. I don't know why they're only limiting it to 1 hour. Maybe it's because I've not been on live that frequently. The groups for Europa League and Conference League, we don't get time to talk about every group, but we'll talk about it as quickly as we can. Let me bring my guys back on. But yeah,
Yes.
we will not be able to talk about Europa League group by group because this one's plenty. But Champions League. Okay. So let's continue from Group D, Champions League. We have Sadiq Umar playing for Real Sociedad, and they have Benfica, Inter Milan, and RB Salzburg. Do you think Real Sociedad can qualify from that group? Adedotun, go first.
I don't think so. I don't see them qualifying. I don't see them qualifying.
Okay.
Back to Inter and Benfica.
Yes, they take Inter and Benfica.
Yeah.
All right, Smith Layi, do you think Sociedad can qualify from that group?
Alex, will be confirmed.
Yes, I told you.
So now it's official.
I told you.
Now.
That will be a fun player.
So everybody can go relegation now. So yeah. I say thank you for that information. So I think you said that they have been playing very well. You know, I can see that they can still actually improve, but I think the retirement of David Silva really affected them. But I still think that they can do something. You know, there's one thing about this Spanish team. Don't underrate them. There's this sneaky way that they play that is very hard for what's it called, for other European teams. So I will bet against that.
Somebody said what of Ebenezer of Inter Milan? I forget that boy. Akizomiro.
Yes, he just came back from injury.
Is he going to part of their Champions League squad?
Yeah, I think he's going to register him.
It's not yet.
Okay. So yes, if he's there, my apologies to Ebenezer for not thinking of him. But yeah, okay. Let's move forward now.
Yes.
Group F, the quote unquote group of. Oh no, I did not ask Owolewa. Do you think Sociedad can qualify? Sorry.
Real Sociedad.
Yes, from their group with Benfica, Inter, and RB Salzburg.
Well, I think Real Sociedad did a lot of good job last season. Very difficult group too. I don't know. That group is somehow. They almost have the only a little bit of a firepower team in that place is Inter Milan. But sometimes if there will be any underdog from that team, it's going to be Real Sociedad. I can say that. So I'm not giving them too many chances, but I will not be surprised if they go through.
Okay. Let's move on to Group F, the group that has been, mentioned as the group of death in this tournament. Just before we ask, remember that Nigeria was supposed to be in group of death in World Cup, but now we qualified. So for this one, we have PSG, French champions. We have Dortmund, German butlers. We have AC Milan, and then we have Newcastle. The money spenders from England. Do you think Chukwueze's AC Milan can qualify from that group? Smith Layi, go first.
So I think it's going to be hard, but I just think that experience might not really work for Newcastle United, because sometimes all these guys are not really seasoned European campaigners, so they might actually just develop code leg in most difficult situations. So I think that and don't forget that the Inter Milan, the PSG, the French champions, they are not the one with Messi, Neymar again. They're the one with Kolo Muani. Kolo Muani, Dembele. So they don't. This guy from Real Madrid before, is he Amar? I don't know. The guy that uses left. They are not the same team again. So those are thinking that their firepowers. Even they might even come to England and use against Newcastle. So I think that the group is widely open. So it's just the names that we see there. I think if we are not if they are not careful, this AC Milan team that I see today might even top the group.
Okay. On that note, I'll ask Mr. Adedotun, can AC Milan qualify from that group?
Before I answer you, but when you were trying to roll out the names, you were a bit disrespectful. PSG, French champion, Borussia Dortmund, German Butler, Milan, and Newcastle, money spender. So you can't even say Milan, perennial champion.
Perennial, when last you win something?
Baba, make your comment. Come on there.
So always respect.
Old
I'm
glory,
not.
they carry old glory.
Go
Come here, they talk to people.
and we want Champions League before you talk to me.
Baba, stop.
Yeah, talk your talk, Mr. Adedotun.
I am topping the group. I think I would have loved Newcastle to come along with me because of Tonali, but I don't see them. I think Dortmund will come second. It's going to be Milan and Dortmund.
Milan and Dortmund. Okay.
But I think PSG still has the experience to do well and get something out of that. So for me, Milan looks very good this season. I saw their game some minutes ago. They look a very good side this season. So no doubt about the fact that they will go through from that place. I'm not giving Newcastle any chance. These two guys, I mean, these other three teams, they are, customer of Champions League. And I can't remember the last time that Newcastle played in Champions League. So that experience is going to tell on them. They will be playing more matches this time around. So that is going to also have a say in their performance. So for me, I'll go with AC Milan PSG.
AC Milan and PSG. Okay, a lot of faith in AC Milan. I mean, hopefully they qualify because I want to see our Nigerian players go as far as possible. Group G, where we have Peter Olayinka and Red Star Belgrade, Serbian champions. They are also going to be playing against Manchester City of England, the English champions, the European current UEFA Champions League holders. They are playing against RB Leipzig and Young Boys of Switzerland. Do you think Olayinka's Red Star have enough to make it out of that group?
The sweetest thing about that name you just mentioned is that I saw a stat somewhere. I'm not sure I saved it. Do you know the guy is the third Nigerian players with the most appearance in the league? I mean, the European League Championship.
Yeah, in European competitions. Yeah, is it
in European competition? Yeah. I think it's behind Kanu and Taiwo.
Yeah.
So he's third behind those two guys. So
no, it's fourth. Kanu, Taiwo, and Mikel.
Oh yes, fourth. Sorry, fourth, Mikel. So they don't have a chance for me. They don't have a chance. It's going to be very difficult. No doubt about the fact that Newcastle will go through. But I think RB Leipzig will be the next team with Manchester City. So those two teams, Olayinka and Young Boys, maybe they can find themselves in Europa League at the end of the day.
All right, Mr. Adedotun, do you think Red Star can, upset the odds and qualify from that group?
I think it's going to be difficult, but I always say in football anything can happen.
Yeah.
I know they're kind of a formidable team, but I know Man City will qualify, and I tip Leipzig to join them. But my fear is that now that Leipzig are still Colomani, I don't know how they are going to do it. But it's going to be so difficult for them. But anything can happen. But I think I'll tip Man City and Leipzig.
Okay. Smith Layi, quickly, what do you think? Do you think they can make it out of that group? Let's start.
They are going to the Europa League. That is, see, you know, all these things are built for Europa League. Honestly, it's just this thing. They are built for Europa League. It's going to be Europa League. They will win a couple. Maybe they will lose one game at home, draw two, draw one, and win. You know, they will just look for you to get some points. They go to Europa League. They are not qualifying anything. They will lose away.
Okay, let's go to Group H. Group H, we have Barcelona, Shakhtar Donetsk, FC Porto with Zedu Sanusi, and we have Royal Antwerp with AJK and Alassane Yusuf. Antwerp, of course, champions of Belgium. Barcelona, champions of Spain. FC Porto. Did FC Porto win the league or Benfica won last season?
They
Benfica won. Yes, runners up. You know, but I mean they usually win it. And Shakhtar Donetsk, the one Ukrainian team where we know say they always play Champions League. You know, do you think our Nigerian boys, Antwerp or Porto, can make it out of that group?
Should I go first?
Okay, Smith Layi, go.
Okay, go. Smith Layi, go first.
For me, you know, the whipping team in that group is Antwerp. They are going to be the whipping team in that group. It's going to be Antwerp. I think because you know it's just when you had emotions to all these things, and you just say they are the whipping team to get in that group. And unfortunately, two of our players played there; they are not even playing. So that's another. It's a double whammy for us. So if they crash out, and two of our players are not even playing there. But for me, I think it's going to be FC Porto will progress as usual. They're going to be second.
Yeah.
They will try and struggle with Barcelona in Portugal. They will lose in Camp, not the Camp Nou now, in the stadium that's somewhere. So they will beat Antwerp in Belgium. So I think Antwerp might not even go to Europa League if they're not careful. So I think it's going to be because I'm not really happy.
They will do worse than a team that they are fighting war in their country.
See, no matter where Chaka catch them, I think Kasha will still deal with them. Even in Poland, we take them in Poland, we still beat them in Poland. I think so. Because, you know, I saw them play yesterday, but I just think it's going to be Porto. It's going to be Porto, Porto back. If it's Ukraine that Chaka is playing, I think they would have given Porto problem. But because they are playing in Poland, I think it's going to be Porto back.
All right, Owolewa,
but I think sometimes when you said the winner of the league in Belgium and co, if you win the league in Belgium, it's like you have won the championship in England, one way or the other. Because when you look at the quality of football, so for me, Porto, Barcelona, no doubt. Shakhtar, like Smith Layi said, will find themselves in Europa League, and after maybe the round of I think there will be round of 32 now, also for Europa League or thereabouts. If they get a very, very strong team, they might be out after that too.
Okay, Ms. Adedotun, what do you think?
All right. Barcelona Porto. We don't need to waste time. Barcelona Porto. Antwerp, like they are the whipping points of the group. Barcelona Porto. Shakhtar will go to Europa.
Okay. I think that's it for the Champions League. So, final question on Champions League. I mean, there's still a lot of football to be played, but which Nigerian player, if they say you have to bet your money on one Nigerian player winning the Champions League this season, who has the best chance to win Champions League?
For me,
Napoli.
if I to put my money, and I will put the money that I want to use to buy plantain, now I will bet on it. It's going to be AC Milan, and they cannot even win it. Cannot win it because they will crash it out now. Our brother will come here go with red eye.
Okay, we started out to which
I'll bet it's similar.
we started out to which Nigerian player has the
You
best
don't,
chance.
you don't need to ask. You don't need to know the answer now. Why would I go? Why would I leave my family, my house? I'm going to spend another house. You should know. You know the answer.
Mr. Adedotun, if you want to analyze, you don't analyze based on love, based on your
Hello,
support.
hello, hello.
You analyze based on reality and what it is.
Don't championship with me, please. Please be respectful. Don't talk championship with me. Go and win it once before you talk to me.
Is part of what I'm saying. You don't do your analysis based on your love for a particular club.
My God. Where's my wine? Don't touch championship with me, please.
Okay. All right, no problem. And Owolewa, you said Napoli for you have the best chance.
Yeah. For if you, I mean, Nigerian wise, I think it's going to be Napoli.
But also you see.
Even though that.
So I think, let me see. I think I would also probably go for, AC Milan. No, actually, you know what? I would say Napoli. It's obviously one of those two that have the best chance. It would all matter when they get into the knockout round. It all depends on how your draws look in the knockout round, to see who has. But based on I'll choose Napoli because I think Napoli have a better chance of qualifying from their group than AC Milan. I know Mr. Adedotun will disagree, but AC Milan might not qualify from that group. I'm telling you. The way I see it, I don't even care about Dortmund. Dortmund is an unserious club. Those ones, they're not serious. But Newcastle can shock AC Milan in that Champions League. I know they've not been there for a long time.
That struck my mind when we were doing that stuff. I swear. That struck my mind. You see, I was telling Mr. Adedotun the other day, AC Milan, most Italian teams, they always find life very difficult with the English side. I can go on to name moments for you where English team have dealt with Italian team. It's like the English team play different football, and the Italian teams will do the catching up. So you might get to see that AC Milan couldn't beat Newcastle United both home and away, or Newcastle even get a draw in Italy and they beat AC Milan in England. I tell you,
I don't know why you got to
different ball game entirely when it comes to just like I said that a champion in one country, it's like the champion of championship when you come to when it comes to the quality of football in that country. I'm not saying that the quality of football in Italy is low, but I just believe that the standard in England is a little bit higher than that of the Italian.
Okay.
Let me just chip in something. Sorry, some of your work don't they show for here? Yeah. Well done.
Okay, Owolewa, I don't know where you are getting your statistics from, but I can tell you that AC Milan are beating many English teams in the Champions League.
All right. No worry. Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Text me your full name. Somebody ask him.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Let's move over to Europa League. So Europa League, by my count, I think we have about 14 Nigerian players. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 Nigerian players in Europa League this season. I'll go through it very quickly. So in Group B, we have Chuba Akpom with Ajax. Their group is a bit of a tough one. They are playing against Marseille, Brighton, and AK Athens. In Group C, we have Rangers, Leon Balogun, and Ciro Dessas. Rangers, Real Betis, Sparta Prague, and Aris Limassol. In that same Group C with Sparta Prague, we have Victor Olatunji. We have Victor Olatunji also in Group C. In Group D, we have Atalanta, Sporting. We have Stormgrass. We have Raco. Atalanta, of course, is where Ademola Lookman plays his football. In Group E, we have Liverpool, Junior Sengilwa, Toulouse, and Lask. Lask have Moses Uso, a young Nigerian forward, plays for them. In Group G, we have Roma, Slavia Prague, Sheriff, and Servette. Slavia Prague, of course, has Igor Obu and Mohamed Tijani. And then in Group G, for FC Sheriff, we have Rashid Akombi, David Ankeye, and Peter Ademo. So lots of Nigerian players in that Group G. In Group H, Leverkusen, Karabag, Molda, and BK Haken. Victor Boniface, of course, plays for Leverkusen, and Ishak Abdulrazak plays for BK Haken. We can't go through all the groups just for the essence of time, and because the Europa League is not as exciting as Champions League. But of all the Nigerian players, given their clubs, given their groups, which player do you think has the best chance of winning the UEFA Europa League this season of all the players?
Boniface.
Boniface. I know where some of them will stop. I think Boniface we have the high sense of just winning. I know it go in a quarterfinal and go stop. And I think Boniface Ayas cannot win. Ayas signing and those are talking to those guys. They're signing babies. They cannot win anything. It's Boniface. Now the highest chance of winning.
Okay, some people believe too, but nobody believes in Rangers.
Rangers with
they got to the final with Aribo now.
With Aribo, what? Who are there now? That Rangers.
The level of the preparation of teams. I think this year is high. Every teams they are very, very much interested in doing correct and real business now. And if you look at it, the teams really don't want to have surplus again. They just want to have a sizable number of players that they can look around them, players they can call upon at any time. If you look at Manchester City now, Manchester City hardly use more than 16, 17 players in a season. Are you getting me now? You might play 2, 3, 4, 5 games, and you sit and come in from the bench for the next one, but you always be around. So the preparations that teams put up this time around will make it very difficult for any team that does not have a good team to get to the final. Sometimes some of these Rangers getting to the final can just happen in football. It's just like Leicester winning the Premier League the other time. I mean, before you experience that again, it's going to take time.
Sorry, let me quickly pick on Sleazy's comment. So Sleazy is telling us that it might actually be Osimhen that wins Europa League, because Sleazy is saying Napoli will still drop to the UEFA Europa League. Do you guys think Napoli can drop to the Europa League?
They can.
They can.
How can you be selling one of the best players, and you say that you want to be winning something? See, I don't think they replaced the guy from Korea very well. I don't think so, because JBJ. I think their defense they see road. They know they see road. So for me, I think that when they get to certain stage, in fact, they should even play to Korea for Champions League this year.
Smith, that our under 20 player. We go not be Sweden go. He's back in Korea United though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see the release.
Why they laugh now?
No, I just follow.
Wait, which player is that? Sorry.
AJ.
The guy that went viral, 20-year-old.
Smith Layi and David. AJ.
Oh. That went viral. 20-year-old. He went viral. The 20-year-old joined Sweden club. He was part of the Adam Bosos under 20 during COVID. So I know he's going to be back. In fact, the coach called him that the best thing for him is to cancel his contract.
Wow.
Yeah, so I told him, will say, the best thing for you is that you should just go. You should just go. Unfortunately,
this football thing not easy, man.
It's not easy. If they package you, you have to repackage yourself. Paul.
Okay.
Where is Paul?
Let's quickly do Conference League. So third tier of European football. We have 17 Nigerian players in the Conference League this season. So by the time you add 17...
Sorry, I want to ask a question. That conference league, I want to ask AyoT, what's the name of it? They used to call it before.
No, it just started last season now.
But there's this third European competition they used to call it.
It's called Cup Champions Cup. I've been called those days.
No, you're muted.
Is it Intertoto you're thinking of?
No.
Cup Winners' Cup.
Cup Winners' Cup.
Cup Winners' Cup. Cup Winners' Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, we have 17 in the conference league, So I think with 17 in the conference league, 13, or if you count it, I always forget it and Teller. If you count Teller, that's 14 in the Europa League. That makes it 31. And then if you add, I believe in the Champions, 7 in Champions League. So 38 players in total, playing in the European competitions. I think, in my opinion, I think this is the most. I've not done particular research, but I think this is the most we've ever had.
Yeah.
So a lot of representation. Okay, I'll run through the players and the groups very quickly. Group A, we have Slovan Bratislava. Uche Henry Agbo plays for Slovan Bratislava. They are alongside Leo, Olympia, and Klavskiv. Olympia, we have Peter Agba, a new signing for Olympia. In Group B, we have Maccabi Tel Aviv, Zoya Luhansk, Brida Blick, and KA Ghent. KA Ghent, of course, have Gift Orban and Jordan Torunariga. Sorry, before I continue, this conference league, what you always do is say, now that league, you just they hear about some kind of club where you never hear before. Brida Blick, this one, Klavskiv, all these, you go to travel to Azerbaijan, all these countries go play football. But yes, Group B has Gift Orban and Jordan Torunariga. Group C, we have Dynamo Zagreb, Astana, Balkani, and Victoria Pilsen. Victoria Pilsen have Rafi Udrosimi, young striker who, in my opinion, has been doing quite well for them. And I think this is breakout season that he's coming into. So hopefully he can do really well. Group D, FK Bodo Glimt, Boniface's former club, Besiktas, Lugano, and Club Brugge. Lugano, of course, have Sebastian Osigwe, one-time Super Eagles invitee, the goalkeeper, and Club Brugge have Rafael Onyedika, Super Eagles midfielder. Group F, KRC Ghent, Kukarici, Fiorentina, and Ferencvaros. Ferencvaros have Tosin Kehinde, the young midfielder, or is no longer that young anymore, and Anderson City. No, I mean, it's no longer that young. He's like 24 now. 24 in football, not be young boy again. And Anderson City, Super Eagles midfielder, in Ferencvaros. And KRC Genk, they have Tolu Arokodare, young striker, as well as Yiraso, another young striker. Group G, Frankfurt, HJK Helsinki, Aberdeen, and PAOK. PAOK is where our vice captain of the Super Eagles plays, William Trustekong. He's been playing well for them. I'll give him that credit. He's been doing well. Started a little bit shaky in his first 2 matches, but picked up since then, and is one of their, starting center backs right now.
I was saying about Dresser the other time. Sorry, Dresser.
And Group H, sorry, just finally to run off. Group H, Ludogorets, Nordsjælland, Fenerbahce, and Spartak Trnava. Fenerbahce have Bright Osai Samo, Super Eagles defender. And then I think the club with the most teams is Spartak Trnava. Spartak Trnava with the most Nigerian players. Spartak Trnava, they have Aziz Oseni, Kenneth Ikuga, Kazim Bolaji, and Philip Azango.
Philip Azango, the journeyman.
So, out of all these hosts of Nigerian players, so it's true. Somebody said it's Etebo. I should have actually checked that. Is Etebo still in Greece? Etebo is currently a free agent. Yeah. He's currently a free agent. So it's not
I don't want to say anything because I say some people they look for some people at Abuja. I don't go say anything.
Etebo is currently a free agent, so hopefully he can sign for somebody. But all these players, who do you think
for Cadiz?
For waiting?
For Cadiz.
Oh, Cadiz in Spain. Yeah. At least they play La Liga now, so not too bad.
No. We sign on Facebook because people is Facebook warrior have been saying that this.
Smith Layi.
Because I've been mentioning Kadi since now. Now only Facebook will say
Yeah. As please, yes, Kenneth Ikuga, the Twitter guy. You know that I was speaking about that guy. That guy, his career is so interesting to me because I mean, obviously, you cannot make a career from Twitter, but it appears as if he built his career from Twitter. This is a guy that used to, Kenneth Ikuga. He used to play football in Nigeria as a grassroots struggling player like everybody else. And one thing that he did was he used to engage on Twitter, talk about his football. He built a following. Like if you go on his Twitter, he probably has more followers than a lot of like Super Eagles players even. You know, his engagement on Twitter is very high. And then from there, he signed for one small club in, I can't remember which country, signed for one small club, moved to another club, and then now he's going to play in the Conference League this season. You know, it's so interesting because he was a relatively, relative nobody a few years ago, and now he's playing in the Conference League. So hopefully he can show himself to be a good striker, and maybe he can even get another move from there.
Now one name where this guy mentioned. Ulisanda, fantastic player.
But yeah, who do you guys think has the best chance of winning Conference League this season of all the Nigerian players?
To me, none.
Is it none? I say who has the best chance. I did not say you say none.
I said, don't say none of them have any chance.
You don't think Ghent can win? You don't think Club Brugge can win?
No.
They cannot win.
No. They can't.
Fenerbahce?
They can't.
Cannot win. I think Club Brugge can actually win.
Brugge or even Scotland can try.
Because there's one that they are doing. They are using Girasol as their top 9 so that they can run at the defenders and counter attack. But in the Conference League, they will be playing against teams that sit back too. So it's not about this team. They have to go and break them down. So and they have been shaky. Don't forget that it's from Champions League or Conference League. They are competing for Champions League. They finally
qualifiers.
Yes, Champions League to Conference League. 6-1 have to go home after this. Not to go home after the group stage. But I think that what's it called? This team will qualify. What's it called? Club Brugge will be in the semi-final. So don't forget, some people will still crash out from Europa League and come here.
And come down, yeah.
So they will still diffuse the whole team together.
What of Park? Any chance for Park?
Econ Club.
Park.
Yeah.
All this Park, it's not. They're gonna not play against Hearts, so because na Hearts them play beat Nyama for that. Not be Hearts they go to play against too. See, the Greek league is not that strong. They go play against a proper team. And I just wish which club in the Premier League is playing Conference League? Is it Aston Villa? I want Econ to come back to the Premier League and come and play Aston Villa again. Yes.
I think Fenerbahce has a little is slight edge. Fenerbahce or getting to probably semi-final for only Fenerbahce. But those Sparta turnover, all those ones there. That's what I see.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, I think for me, best chance, I'll probably give it to Club Brugge as well. You know, I mean, Club Brugge, even though sometimes they can be a very unserious club, but I think they have a fairly good chance. I don't think Slovan Bratislava, they are in the competition every year. They never do anything. Olympia, I don't really have faith in them. Ghent, I think Ghent got to round of 16 last year, Nabi, and they lost to West Ham.
Yeah.
So,
Ghent, they lost to West Ham.
Yeah. So maybe they can reach quarter-final this season. Who knows? Victoria.
I would love you to assist me with this list, please.
No problem. We're going to post it on our this thing tomorrow, sir.
Okay.
Not by selling your best player. They sold Okumu, and I don't think they replaced Okumu.
That's why I didn't tip Fiorentina because they source of their players. Even
Amrabat.
one of their strikers too. Luka Jovic, they went to Milan.
Wait, so did Amrabat made the Man U transfer?
Yes.
So they
Yeah,
signed him.
I think he went through. They just have to announce.
I think okay, they've not announced yet.
People cleared their.
Oh no,
they
Man U have
cleared their
announced. They've
team.
announced 3 hours ago.
They cleared their team. Oh. I just see say even Arsenal clear like mad. Lokonga left. Odin left. Tavares left. Everything.
Yeah.
That
And even Man U.
They need to find solution for the guy.
Who?
That Lokonga boy. They need to find a solution for the guy.
Oh boy, when they signed that boy, they seen a new Vieira, all this one, blah 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 blah.
I watched the boy. See, some people, all these agents, where is Paul? Now we are going to still use this. See, they go agent and journalists, they go use sugar mouths, portray player. This it's so common.
Yeah, not for it. They have announced Sangare. Yeah, I saw it.
That's for Sangare. So
I like the unveiling itself. Very sweet unveiling like that.
So, I just hope that some of these guys actually will do well in European football. What I'm concerned most about Nigeria Super Eagles is our defense and midfield. I just hope that some of these players do the midfield. I'm happy that it will be joined for at least it's joining a more competitive, a more better team than on serious Everton. Yes, I'm happy that. So at least he knows that he's competing to play now in the first team. In Everton, it's always in the team because they don't get any player out of base him. It's always there. So he knows that he's competing now. It's just unfortunate that.
Let me ask you guys this question here. So we've looked at all the players that are playing in European competitions. We say that for Champions League now, we say AC Milan or Napoli have the best chance, but we don't really believe say them free winner. If they ask us to drop money now, we don't have to drop money on that. We look at Europa League, we say nobody we really trust if we win this thing. We look at Conference League, we say none of our teams we really trust if we win them. So, in your opinion, is this something to be proud of that we have 30, I think, did we say 37 or 38 players? 38 players playing in the European competitions this season, but we don't believe that any of them can actually win it. Is that something to be proud of? Just the fact that we have that number?
Obviously, it's not something to be proud of because we used to have some players in like perennial European teams before, but we have to be honest with ourselves. None of our players is actually playing these big tops again. For example, now Man City, they're the favorite to win the Champions League. Bayern Munich, they're one of the favorites to win the Champions League too. So if, for example, now we have the that they reported on Facebook that is going to Bayern Munich, if you have got the transfer, if you have got the transfer now, at least we are so they go win Champions League. But now, but we don't win Champions League. Now championship you go win now. So it's so sad. It's so sad that we find ourselves in this situation. But for me, I still think that this season is transfer window that Nigeria will never forget. It's a big transfer window for Nigeria. And that's why I will not be winning anything, but at least our players are playing.
Well, I think I want to look at it from the positive angle.
Yeah.
What is the positive there? Is that we even have these players playing in this competition.
Yes.
That's where I want to look at it from, because it's like eating on the same table with the big boys. That's just what it is. Yeah, you might not be the richest on that table, but at the same time, you still command respect because of the caliber of your friends. That's the area I want to look at it from them. But at the same time, we spoke the other time and we're talking about the best of the transfer. And I said that for me is Chukwueze, not because of anybody, because of the quality of the team that he moved to. Now we are back to talking about who can win. So now we have to begin to look at the quality of the teams that our players are moving to. Now, those in the Conference League, it means that some of the countries that they are playing in, they probably are now moving or playing in their top clubs in those countries. That's why they are making it to this competition. So I just want to see it from the angle of them playing this competition, even though that they cannot win. But you have an opportunity to advertise yourself, to make yourself known through those competitions, which can pave way for you to see a bigger team, probably in January or next season.
Yeah, January or next season, yeah. And don't forget that we can still see some players that will join the big boys in January.
Yeah.
There's actually what the window that's going to be open. But I just say this,
the competitions are an opportunity for them to, to do that.
I want to say, in as much as I appreciate our players that are playing conference league, but I think it's still a drop for our football. I don't see why Nigerian players will be playing in Spartak turnover. Wants to back
It's not Spartak turnover.
I can't pronounce it. I'm not from Slovakia. I was it. Turnover. I was busy. So I think it's a big drop. It's a big drop for our football. No, it's a big drop for our football. And I hope our players are playing in Slovakia.
No, but see, Mr. Adedotun, look at it like this before. It's not like this the first time that we have Nigerian players playing in those countries. It's just that now they qualified for conference league. That's why we talk about them. Because we've always had Nigerian players in all sorts of leagues around Europe.
AyoT, let me tell you.
Mr. Adedotun, I used to have a brother. That my brother will tell you that when you are in secondary school, that make sure that your results is A, so that when you do an external exam, like you're doing WAEC and CO, the worst result you get is B. So now, this boys, as poor as the country that they are playing in, maybe the country, maybe in their league, they are 15, 16, 10 in number, as the case may be. But only one or two of them will qualify for these European championships that we are talking about. So the fact that they are playing in this league, in this clubs that are coming to, irrespective of the country that they are coming from, because it's not every teams in Lithuania that is coming to the conference league or so. But if you have a player that is playing in Lithuania and the team that is playing for is playing in the conference league, it means that that player is playing one of the best teams in that country to make it to the competition.
They drop Aki Somiro from the list. So it's not registered for the senior team.
So
because they brought that Dutch guy,
because of passports. Let me just say this thing. I watched the Champions League before. I think we got Saturday against one club. A Nigerian player was playing as their striker. I forgot his name. We will get Saturday against that club. A Nigerian player was playing as their striker.
In which year?
This year. In the Champions League qualifiers.
Oh,
so
who did that play?
Yeah. The club was
Lithuania.
Yeah, I think it was Lithuania. So
it's not one. I think one
Yoruba boy.
That's wait, which?
Oyewusi.
Boy.
Yeah,
oh, now FK Zalgiris can't do you.
Yes, can do Oyewusi. I was watching the game. The people that were passing, they don't even pay. They were just passing around the streets. They were yes, they just free jump. Those were just walking around, driving, and just see back. Okay, good then. Onyekuru, where is Onyekuru?
Onyekuru is in Saudi now. But just for the thing with Saudi is that if you are joining Saudi League right now, if you are not joining Al Ali, Al Hilal, or Al Ifak or Al Nasser, then the rest of the team, they're not that exciting. Because Onyekuru joined Al Fayha. Al Fayha is where they have Nwakeme. Their team is not exciting.
Owolewa, I agree with you. But what I'm just saying that thank God for Conference League. All these players, all these clubs, they'll be playing what you call it, Champions League lose qualifiers before, and they don't perform. You know, what I'm just saying is that the culture of players they play with in those leagues, in those clubs, can't even bring out the best in them. Just some days ago, we were talking about this guy, Omochesu, you know, in Lavia. He's scoring, but he's not moving. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Back then, we used to play in Belgium, Germany, stuff like that. You know, I know some of them, everyone is playing to make money, to take their families off poverty. So I'm not going to hold it against them. I'm not going to hold it against them, though. Some of those things.
And let's not forget, even though they were playing, you said their stadium is just on the street. I mean, Kendo used scored against Galatasaray, so he still tried small.
Hey, Bonnie.
Victor
Bonnie,
Boniface.
Bonnie, go to bed.
My guy.
Go to bed. You have game man.
That's your mouth. That's your mouth.
No, I like Boniface.
They're playing
I know
on the street.
Boniface always reminds me of, like, you know, all these Nigerian strikers that play with smiles on their face, you know, all the time.
But very deadly. And
very deadly.
He's a go-getter.
He's a go.
He just want to put himself in that line
ways.
and blow it.
Yeah, these ways. But they might call him one face. So there's a commentary, you know, and while you watch him, there's a commentator. His name he pronounces it's not his name.
Many of our players.
Like, what's his name? If they pronounce it, what is his name?
The commentators, they say Boniface.
Yeah,
Boniface.
Just asking you, Boniface. Who exactly is Amaka? Where you always write for your caption?
Boniface brings the memory of this guy that you to see back then.
Fatusi. Teslim Fatusi, 1996.
Yeah, that how it started from Forever Force, you know. I said Mimosa to Forever Force. You know, Boniface remind of 35 to see, you know. I think it's a good one, though. I wish him well. I just feel we can do better, though. But me, I'm still of the opinion. Me, I'm still saying that, like Bidam said, you can't say that a club will win the Champions League. But me, I will always tip the almighty AC Milan to win the Champions League.
I say now almighty. Oh yeah, no problem. The only reason why I can't even watch AC Milan match now because Ichuku is a day there. But before, nothing to say.
I understand you now. I know you because you're a businessman. You have to follow the people you like. I understand. I'm not going to hold that against you. So it's you.
Okay. So before we go, because we've almost done 2 hours now, Instagram will kick us off again. People that want to watch games tomorrow, we have 2. I think, in my opinion, the 2 standout matches featuring Nigerian players that you can catch on your TV screens or online or wherever you watch your football. Taiwo Awoniyi is in action tomorrow, alongside Ola Aina for Nottingham Forest. They are playing against Chelsea, you know, at Stamford Bridge. I remember I spoke with Taiwo. I interviewed him. You can watch it on YouTube if you haven't watched it. Before this season started, and you know, he said that when he first made his first visit to England, you know, before he signed his first contract with Liverpool, that he visited Chelsea as well. And he said he went into that stadium, Stamford Bridge, and he told God that, you know what, one day I'm going to score a goal in this stadium. You know, he said is that he told God that he would score in Stamford Bridge. And he was able to achieve that, you know, last season, scoring a goal.
By God's grace, he's scoring today again,
so,
by God's grace.
You know, I'm a Chelsea fan, so I'll say by God's grace he will score, but they will lose 3-1. You know.
No. Well, just like some minutes ago, I was speaking with him. We're talking together, and I was like, sometimes I forget that he has to achieve success with the team together. That sometimes I just don't feel like I don't bloody care if Nottingham Forest win. Just banging the goal for me. He said, Egbo, I bet better they win. I say yes. But you know, sometimes I'm just, you know, overwhelmed that, let this guy just do his business. But I think it's good. He's gonna be fine for the team to be doing well. And it's also when he's doing well that the team is doing well. And I want to I think I feel like that's a team that's going to find it very difficult to maintain their status at the start of the season. But the business they did, I think it's a better business than last season. And for now, I want to believe that I've deleted them from the list of those I think might relegate at the
So
end of
yeah,
the season.
I also think that they have a good chance of, like,
They
for
have a
me,
very good chance. They did
Luton
find a
Town and
good.
Sheffield, those two are going for me.
Yeah.
Then there's teams that I think are worse than Forest. Like, I think right now, I think Bournemouth are worse than Forest. I think Everton are worse than Forest. You know,
Yeah.
so I think they have a very
Luton.
good chance of,
Luton.
No, I already said Luton for sure. Those ones, then they are small stadium, then carry and go back
They
championship.
are playing inside garden.
Inside garden.
No,
But
they have
yeah,
won.
okay.
They won a game already. They won a game already.
Where?
And
They won 2-1 already.
Where?
Somebody is asking if they win a game
Oh,
this season.
Forest.
They have won a game. They won.
Yeah, Forest have won already.
They won.
Okay, and the second game to watch tomorrow is
They have.
Victor
I think they
Os-
have 4 points already. They won. They drew one, won one, and lost one or so.
Forest.
They drew their
No,
first game
no,
1-1.
they have only 3 points. They lost against Arsenal. They lost against United.
Oh
and
yes.
then
Yes.
they beat Sheffield.
Yes, that's true.
Okay,
That's
and the second game to watch tomorrow, the big game. I mean, there are over 100 matches that you can watch featuring Nigerian players. But the second, I think, exciting game, Napoli, Victor Osimhen's Napoli going up against Lazio in the Italian Serie A. I mean, Napoli, so far this season, 2 wins out of 2 matches. I'm on record saying that I don't think that they can retain their title. Hopefully they prove me wrong, but they started the season well. Osimhen has scored goals, and hopefully Osimhen can get another goal for his side tomorrow. I think those are the 2 big games. Other matches that maybe you might want to watch.
Lazio's not
Sorry?
doing. Lazio's not doing well.
Yeah,
They lost the
Lazio is
last
not
2
that
matches.
exciting.
But when they see Napoli, they go
They
they are
will
both
step up now. When you
fresh.
play against the
But
top
they
teams, you
are
have to step your game up.
UEFA now.
I'm trying to see if there's another game. Boniface's Leverkusen, they are in action against Darmstadt. That one I'm expecting Leverkusen to win fairly easily. Brentford in action against Bournemouth. Hopefully this guy can get minutes. Fulham are in action against Man City. I don't think Iwobi is going to play. And Bassi is suspended. So wait, is Bassi how many games
Bass is
was the
back.
suspension? He's
Bass is
back
back. Yeah.
after the
Yes,
About
2
the
yellow
one
cards.
match
It's 2
ban
yellow cards.
in the cup, yeah.
yeah. The
Okay,
cup.
so yeah, okay,
Yellow
so
card. So they mean there's a Carling Cup already.
yeah,
So
so okay,
that's
so Bassi is back against Man City tomorrow, so that's another big game that you guys can watch. Leicester City are in action against Hull City at home. Let me see to that game there is. If you like Scottish Prem, Scotland, Livingston are playing against St Mirren in Scotland. Smith Layi dropped. There's
Who's
no other.
playing at Livingston?
Sorry.
Who's playing at Livingston?
AyoT and Samson Lawal.
Oh, àwọn èèyàn ṣe pé it's something like that.
Samson Lawal are the youth player. And then let me see, there's another big game, another game interesting.
yeah, OJB.
Please talk about
Udinese is playing
OJ.
against Frosinone. I don't think Maduka Okoye will play, but Udinese is playing. Atalanta against Monza. If you want to watch Atalanta, Ademola Lookman. And yeah, I think those are the main games to watch. Yeah, tomorrow is not too exciting, but there are a couple interesting games. Casapia against Rio Ave, if you want to watch it as well. Portuguese League. Sadiq Umar, yes, Real Sociedad, I believe they are in action tomorrow against who are they playing again? Real Sociedad. They are playing against Granada. So Real Sociedad against Granada tomorrow. Okay, let's call it a night. Before we go, thank you for reminding us, Paul.
Please talk about
Let us support. Sorry?
Talk about OJB.
Yeah, that's
OJB.
so thank you for reminding us, Paul. So let's support OJB, our person, our guy, who's been doing great journalistic work. OJB is a friend of mine. I've done a lot of work with him. Met him in Paris earlier this year. He will be hosting the Nigeria France Sports Awards Gala. On a nice boat cruise. They're going to go around France, around Paris, while celebrating and awarding the Nigerian origin, Nigerian descent, Nigerians who are, living in France and playing their sports in France. Big names like John Otaka, are supposed to be there. Akko Adams, basketball players. I don't watch so much basketball, so I don't really know them, but basketball players are going to be there. Wrestlers are going to be there. All sorts of, sportsmen and sportswomen. The event is proudly supported by the Nigerian embassy in France, and it's going to be a great one. It's on a boat. OJB is going big budget for this event. So please, if you can support, if you can donate some money, if you can support in kind as well, always appreciated. You can reach out to Paul, reach out to Mr. Adedotun if you have excess dollars that you want to put towards this event and towards this cause. Minimum contribution of $100.
Hello, please. If you are in the US, and you want to support the event, please DM me or DM Paul Moyegun.
Yeah.
Some people have already pledged and believe that everything will turn out well. Please.
Moses Simon will be there. Thank you, September Bonga.
Yeah, I was so surprised about the turn up on our last meeting pertaining to the OJB Gala event, and we had a fixed price, a fixed length price to be donated. Sorry, money to be donated, but the turn up has been surprising. It's not all about the fixed price anymore. It's all about more money right now. More money in for the event.
Exactly.
And I mean, if you also want to make it to France, OJB will, if you are from our community, OJB will accept you at the event. Just let him know in time so that they can mark your spot on the boat. It's going to be a fantastic one. It's going to be a big, event. Cruise around Paris, enjoy the atmosphere. Hopefully you don't get seasick, but it's going to be an interesting one for sure. So if you can support in any way, of course, please do. Reach out. I don't know who is helping them gather money in Nigeria, but
you said just Salah.
Just Salah, or even OJB said to get Nigeria
give
account.
me or she your money.
No, so okay. I've got my money back.
Of the events.
Since we spoke about that on live, I've actually received my money back from he or she.
So I want to be that.
Yes, and also if you maybe have a business, you maybe have a company, you have a brand that you would like to display to hundreds of people, prominent people. Moses Simon, footballer. If you like your brand now, if you sell shoe, you like your brand. In this spend 10K, just buy your stock for the whole year. Or if I don't know anything you do. If you sell food now, for example, you can come and sell food for them at the event. From there now, all the Nigerian footballers in France now for a restaurant they go to chop. You make money. They will bring their friends. Imagine they bring all their staff teammates to come and eat at your restaurant. You make good money. So whatever you do, if you would like to sponsor the event, you can also sponsor. In any way that you can support. We're trying to grow something big. A lot of young people doing big things. OJB is one of them, and he's a great guy. He's a great journalist. Doing good work. Nobody wants we go to travel up and down, go to take picture with the same Balenciaga shirt up and down. OJB is actually working hard to make things happen. So please support the event if you can. Okay, I think that's it for tonight. This thing will soon kick us off.
Thank you.
It's been an interesting one. We'll come back again on live one of these days. Please, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, subscribe. New interview with Tony Payne coming out this weekend. New interview with Christy Uchebe coming out very soon. Interview with Ashley Plumter. Fantastic. I know I'm the one that did it, but I'll hype it. Fantastic interview with Ashley Plumter. So passionate, when she's talking about playing for Nigerian football. Very revealing interview. She told me who she's going to join. She spoke about her new move. She's not joining Man U, but she's making a move that a lot of people...
They want you to speak Pidgin.
Somebody said me speaking Pidgin is very funny. Sorry, my Pidgin is Ajebo Pidgin. I'm not...
Big job, father of the occasion. Chairman of the occasion. Dagbada, assistant chairman of the occasion.
Paul. So you like say what you talk.
But yeah, she's not joining Man U. Don't worry, Babs. That means she's not joining Man U. That one she confirmed it to me today. Say she know they join Man U. So may everybody calm down. Now Nigerians will just they make